Here we are then for the Canadian Grand Prix, round 6 of the season, and we're here for the race, and we're going to see if we could try and get some decent points once again. Leave a like and subscribe if you're going to enjoy the race here today, guys, and as always, the qualifying episode will be linked up in the top right, so spoiler warning, go check that one out, which was uploaded yesterday if you haven't seen it. But yeah, Canada, Circuit de Villeneuve, a track that's been pretty good to us in the past. And yeah, spoiler warning, as I'm going to be talking about qualifying now, final chance. Overall, qualifying went reasonably well. I don't think we had pace for pole, but we're in second place. We're on the front row alongside Max Verstappen, who was pretty dominant in qualifying, relatively speaking. And yeah, we're going to try and usurp him here today and try to get a one-up on him. As you know, we're already leading the championship, so if we can, outscore Max today, we'd get a big bonus. You can see in the bottom left the point standings right now. And if we could, outscore Max, that would be a big statement here today. So that's the plan. We're going to try and see if we can pull it off. We're ready to go, and I'm sure Max is as well. So it's going to be a fun race, a tactical race, probably a two-stop as well. So yeah, leave a like if you want to enjoy it. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes on the race. And as always, let's get to the grid rundown, and let's remind you guys of the full grid for today's race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Martinez completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Latifi and Antonio Giovinazzi, Joe, Bottas, George Russell and Ocon. Norris, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ticktum and Nobuharu Matsushita. Schwartzman, Lundgaard, Mazepin and Callum Ilott. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, so here we are for the race at Canada. P2, front row start alongside Max Verstappen. You can see the podium up there in the left-hand side. Will that be our fate here today? Can we be on the top step in this race? We'll find out shortly. Leave a like if you're going to enjoy the race. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. The last few episodes have done really well, so I'm really thankful for that, guys. In the strategy, though, we're going to try and two-stop it. I think that's going to be the faster option. The pit lane is very short here because of the entry and especially the exit. It makes it a very quick pit lane, so you actually lose minimal time. Dare I say, it's the shortest time in the pit lane throughout the entire season. So we're going to go for a two-stop, soft, medium in principle. I might try and go soft, medium, soft, but it depends how the tyre wear goes and also the traffic situation. Fuel-wise, I'm going to go under quite a bit for this one. We're going to go about 3 laps. Should be okay to save fuel. I'm not too concerned. And tyre temps seem good as well. So let's get into it. I think the soft tyres might be a bit of a struggle, but the medium should be a great race tyre. So let's get into it and let's see if we can jump Verstappen off the line. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully, a decent race. 5 laps are on. And we're underway. Very quick 5 lights. Verstappen gets away well. Wasn't quite able to challenge him, which is a bit of a shame. Into turn 1. Decent start though from everyone involved. Gasly up into P4, which you'd love to see. Let's try and stick with Max though. He's going to try and break away. If we can hang on to the 1 second, that would be great. For this race, I've also gone a little bit higher on the difficulty as we get a virtual safety car.
The virtual safety car has just been deployed due to a buildup of debris on the track.
Right, so we'll just quickly manage the pace. But like I was saying, I've actually bumped up the difficulty a little bit for this race. So we've done a +5 from qualifying to race when I usually do a +4. That could bite me in the rear.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Don't worry, Jeff. Let's see when the race gets back underway. Fuel-wise, we should be okay.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
And there we go. Verstappen's actually gained a little bit, but we've got the green flag timing quite good. Let's see if we can try and hang on here. Verstappen's been pushing flat out for a whole lap. We've got to keep up somehow. Verstappen is super fast on the straight, especially in the acceleration zone. Luckily, I can pull it back a little bit in the top speed range, but he's pushing hard, man. He's trying to brake. and I'm just about hanging on as we brush the wall there.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Luckily no damage. Let's try and hang on to the 1 second here. Verstappen's on the limit. Oh, Verstappen gets out of shape. I think he may have hit the wall there. He made a mistake. He's done that on the last lap as well. I think he may have got damage. I might be wrong. We'll see now. But we definitely have DRS though. But Verstappen making a massive, massive error. You saw us make a mistake through the final chicane, trying to push. And Verstappen now as well. We are on the limit here. It looks like he doesn't have damage because he's doing quite well through the corners. But that has now brought us into range. So it's game on. Let's see if Verstappen pits though. If he does pit, that'll be confirmation that he does have damage. But look at the acceleration. Max gets out of the hairpin, man. That is absolutely insane. Let's try and stick with him for a little bit. And when I'm comfortable, I'll try and make a move. Let's see if he pits though. I don't think he will. No, he doesn't. So he doesn't have damage. You got away with that one. He gets out of shape again though through the final chicane. So Max is pushing. Okay, so we've dropped Leclerc out of DRS range. So he'll have Gasly to entertain himself with. So those two can battle away. I'm just monitoring everything and making sure that I'm comfortable right now, as I was right on the limit early on as Verstappen tried to pull away. We'll try and go for a move soon as we approach the pit stop phase. Maybe an undercut or an overcut or just overtaken on track, period. Verstappen does pull away quite a bit though in the acceleration zones, which is going to make it quite hard for me to really get a move done on the straights, which isn't ideal. He's very, very quick on the straight. It seems like we've got quite a lot of error on the car. Oof, we had a moment there that time. I will admit, tyre temps were a little bit higher than I would have liked. The rear end of the car is a little bit loose, which is making it hard to push. I mean, I'm not even pushing right now, and the left rear is on 100, which is kind of on the limit. You don't really want to go much higher than that. So yeah, just managing tyres a little bit. Even if I passed Verstappen, I wouldn't be able to pull away and drop him. So it's going to be a chess game this race, a bit of a calculated one. We've got to try and plan things out. Let's try and go for the move here. I'm a lot closer this time. We'll set him up through the first straight, and then we'll try and get him out of the final chicane to turn one. Oh, didn't quite get that first apex. I think, yeah, we're not quite close enough, so...
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Now, we were meant to pit on lap 8 originally, but I got for the strategy change to lap 10, which I accepted. So Max could be in this lap. So, got to be ready. If he does pit, we'll have to pit either with him or pit the next lap and try and overcut. Right, let's try this one again. I don't think he's going to pit because the AI usually run full power, and I can tell he's not using full power. Let's try and get him. There we go, that's more like it. Got the DRS open at the perfect time as well. Here we go, on Verstappen. And the outside we go. Inside for turn 2. And there we go, lovely move. Up into the race lead. We'll see if we can stay there though with 2 DRS zones coming up. Whoa, my god. Oh, Verstappen pits, there we go. I should have probably pit to be fair, now I think about it. But there we go, Gasly pits.
Pierre is in the pits.
That's what I was worried about, if Gasly was going to pit, because I thought he would have pit last lap, but he didn't. I'm glad I didn't pit, because otherwise...
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
If I'd pit there, it would have ruined Gasly's race, so let's try and push on this in lap. Oh, Lundgaard's out. Hold the phone.
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed that the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stopped vehicles on the track.
Lovely. Blessing in disguise. We've got lucky this race. Safety car at the crucial time as Lundgaard retired. Happy with that. So we can box this lap then. Let's push with the Delta. Should be fine here. There we go into the pit lane. But yeah, like I was saying, I would have pit in that last lap, but I was worried that maybe Gasly would have had to stack, and that is exactly what would have happened. So I'm glad I didn't pit and ruin his race, because right now he's running P3, so you know, that's good points for the team.
Complete, go now.
And this safety car means we get away with it. So we're going to be 1-3 in this race. Gasly jumping the Ferraris.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Verstappen under Delta, so he won't be able to go full speed. So there we go, we're rejoining P1. There's Lundgaard, and now we're behind the safety car. Right, so this is looking decent.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
It looks like we're all on the same strategy, soft, medium, medium. And now, crucially, we've got 2 cars on the podium. Gasly stepping up here today. Safety car in this lap. Trying to build up some tyre temp. Oh god, that's the moment. Let's not hit the wall. They're trying to get some rear tyre temp. Let's see how the restart goes. The AI are going to be very, very strong. Verstappen's going to be very, very strong here. So we need to try and manage this. Let's go. Not a bad restart, we'll take that. Decent enough, we've got a nice little gap to Verstappen. Back underway.
Green flag.
Right, let's crack on then. Let's see if we can stretch the pack a little bit. Ideally, hopefully Gasly stays with the pace and sticks with us. Just tactically backing off through the hairpin there a little bit, just to make sure Gasly stays in range, because we were about to drop him out of DRS range and I don't want that, so I'm making sure Gasly stays in the game. So yeah, just tactically backing off a little bit in certain corners as we get a warning for track limits. But there we go, Gasly now within half a second, so we'll take that.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Now I've got to try and push because Verstappen is right on my tail, so let's try and shake him. Verstappen getting pretty close on this lap. I'm starting to run out of battery, man. I'm using up all my battery to stay ahead. Verstappen putting pressure on. It ain't over yet. The last pit stop could be key, the timing of it. Verstappen hanging on, and Gasly also hanging on as well. So Max is putting some pressure on at this stage. I'm starting to run out of juice, man. I'm using up all my battery. The good news, the Ferraris have battled a little bit, so Gasly has broken free. So us front three are breaking away, and Gasly's keeping up with the pace now, thanks to DRS. So yeah, for now we're just trying to watch Verstappen, who is starting to put some pressure on. We're approaching the pit stop phase soon as well, so that's going to be really, really key in terms of the timing and how that all works out. Oh dear, second warning. I just caught the grass on braking and I just locked up a little bit and ran it a bit deep. And I've done the same here. Bit of a scruffy lap from me, this one. Luckily the exit out of the hairpin was pretty decent. Verstappen though is closer than he has been. Thankfully I've got plenty of charge for this lap. I didn't use too much in the first half of the lap. You can see Max's closing speed on the straight is crazy. Look at the delta, how it shrinks. He's going to be close here. I have to keep my battery on.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
This is tense, man. One mistake now, we've got a penalty for track limits. Oh, okay, so there we go. Verstappen pits. Gasly 2.
Pierre is in the pits.
Crucial phase of the race now. This is our own lap. We're not going to get saved by another safety car. Let's push then. I was actually pulling away from Max.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Max kind of messed up his end lap, making a mistake. I almost got the 1 second gap to him, so we've got a bit of an advantage over him. We've got to push. Can't give up. Okay, the good news. Max is battling with Ocon. He's going to lose time. So we've been given a second chance. Gasly now is going to get involved as we're going to box.
Understood, stopping this lap.
And Gasly's got ahead of Verstappen by the looks of it, or at least they're battling anyway. Hopefully no one gets damaged, or at least Gasly doesn't get damaged. This is going to help us out beautifully though. The end lap was actually quite good, to be fair. I was only 3 tenths off my personal best in sector 2. Here we go.
Go, go, go.
And it's a great stop. It's a 2 seconds flat. So we'll take that. Back on the way. Here we go.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
It's going to be close, but we're ahead. And we've got DRS clearance, which is crucial. Let's try and keep it that way and stay ahead so that Gasly can maybe get his teeth into Verstappen here. And we could be looking at a 1-2. Verstappen's pushing a lot, man. Luckily, I've got decent pace. We're going to set a new fastest lap. But this isn't over, man. One slip up, Verstappen is back in. He's really, really quick. Luckily, Gasly's still hanging on as well. So if anything happens, he's going to pick up the pieces. Oh god. Uh-oh.
The underbody's taken some damage. You may start to notice it.
Oh god. No, no, no. That is not good. Well, this race just became a bit of an uphill battle. I was trying to save some battery, so Verstappen's been closing back in a little bit, but we're in trouble, man. Floor damage. Hopefully the car isn't too undrivable, but we're going to be back in a defensive battle here to the end. I think the underbody damage is actually okay. The car feels relatively stable. I think the issue I've got, it's made me really slow on the straights. Because I'm bleeding time now on the straight like crazy. And it's like Verstappen's got DRS, but he doesn't yet. But he will soon. I'm just losing loads of straight line speed. That's the issue. So it hasn't affected the car stability that much, but the car is slow on the straight. So here's the example of my straight line speed. If you look at now the exit, I'm going to have my ERS on for quite a while here. But look at the delta. Verstappen is keeping up just fine. And I'm using all my battery. So yeah, if I wasn't using any battery, Verstappen would be just eating me up on the straight. So we're in a bit of trouble here. And the minute I'm keeping the gap to Verstappen, I'm keeping him out of DRS range, I don't think I'll be able to the minute he runs full power. The minute he cranks up the engine, he's going to eat me up. But for now, I can manage it. I don't have any more pace in this. This is me on the limit. I'm using all my battery on the straights, which is my deficiency. And then I'm able to pull away in sector 1, which is where the corners are. But if Verstappen goes full power in the next lap or so, he may have a chance on the last lap of the race. Oh boy, here we go. Max has DRS. He's pushing now. He's in full power mode and he's running DRS. I've got my issues. You can see on the straight how much he's gaining. Look at the delta, man. He's absolutely going for it. Luckily, we've had a decent hairpin. We're going to drain the battery here and hope it's enough. Look at the delta, though, just come down. Verstappen's going to cruise up to us here. Just got to make sure we keep the chicane nice and tidy. Easy does it nice and safe as we're on 2 warnings. And there we go up to the line. Verstappen's going to get close, but we win.
Hey Jeff, thanks for your work this weekend. Well done, mate. Team effort. Thanks to all the boys.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
You can't fault the performance on the track today. A well-deserved victory. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
There we go then. Very, very happy with that one. And also Pierre Gasly holds on for a podium. So the decision I made early on in the race to just back off a little bit and let Pierre stay within DRS proved to be critical. And he'd done a good job and held on and done the rest. So his first podium of the season, I believe, or maybe second one actually, but even still, good to see Gasly up there and get some big points. And also, Ricciardo only managed P6 for Red Bull, so we outscored Red Bull on the day by quite a few points, which is great for the championship, both the drivers and the constructors. We get the win and the fastest lap, so we outscored Verstappen by 6 points. But this championship is close, man, and race by race is going to keep changing. Verstappen, though, second today. Gasly third ahead of Latifi in P4. What a drive from him. P4 on merit, pure pace as well, on a 2-stop from P9. Sainz, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Stroll, Tsunoda and Bottas round out the top 10, with Lando Norris missing out on points in P11, along with Russell, Ticktum, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Zhou, Schumacher, Matsushita, Schwartzman, Ilott and then Mazepin and Lundgaard out of the race. Driver standings, we are 24 points clear of Verstappen, so things are looking good. Latifi up to 3rd, Ricciardo up to 4th, Lando drops down to 5th. Gasly remains P7, but, you know, gets a decent amount of points and keeps some breathing room over Carlos Sainz and closes in on Lance Stroll. Worth noting, the gap we have right now is good, but I'm expecting at least 1 or 2 failures, engine failures at some point in the season. I just don't trust the game anymore, and we need to make sure we've got a gap if possible. In the Constructors, we take the lead for the first time this season ahead of Red Bull, I believe, and yeah, Gasly with that podium helping us out, getting some big points. AlphaTauri up to 3rd ahead of Mercedes, and Ferrari will take McLaren for P5. So there's a lot, guys, for the Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. Subscribe for more as we're on the road to 100k subscribers. And yeah, as always, a massive thank you to the channel members for supporting the content. Try to check out 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. But that's it from me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, take care, and let's go back from me.